Now live for Let's Talk AR, and we have some new people joining us. I love it when new people join. You guys get to introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about yourself before we get started. Patsy, would you like to go first?
Sure. I'm Patsy Lencloss, and I live in Houston, Texas, and I travel all over the country, the USA and Canada, and I do seminars and professional development on technology, the iPad, the iPhone, and mobile devices. And one of the components of my professional development is augmented reality.
That is awesome. Well, welcome. Okay, Fred, it's your turn.
Hi, I'm Fred LaPointe, and I teach at Lebanon Catholic School in Lebanon, Pennsylvania. That's close to Hershey, PA, the sweetest place on earth. I'm kind of new to this whole concept of augmented reality, so I'm more in just a mode of just trying to take it all in and learn about it. I have some ideas that I'd like to explore for my finance and my accounting folks. So again, for me, this is kind of trying to get down the learning curve and learn as much as I can.
Well, you definitely came to the right place. And welcome. We usually have quite a few people coming in and out. We do have viewers that like to watch us live, and I know Peggy loves to watch us live. And if you have questions at the top of the video, there's a Q&A. And if you click on the Q&A, you can type a question, and I will see it. Hopefully, it's not too much of a lag, and we'll answer any questions that you have. And hopefully, Jean will come join us today. She has some things that she did for a Maker Fair or Steam Fair that she did some augmented reality pieces for, and I do believe that was today. So hopefully she'll hop in and she can kind of share some of the things that she made for that fair in the way of augmented reality. Natalie, since I haven't heard from you in a while, how did your T-shirt come out?
I know that T-shirt has been an ongoing project, but we have our slideshow based on Keith Haring of our art projects collected, and now it's a case of setting it in motion. Some of the... Oh, I just lost you, Katie.
That she made for that fair. In the way I hear feedback. Natalie, since I haven't heard from you in a while. You hear that too?
I know that T-shirt has been an ongoing project, but we have our slideshow based on Keith Haring of our art projects collected, and now it's a case
Fred, of... do you have earbuds or headphones?
Some of the... Oh, I just lost you, Katie.
For that fair, in the way I hear feedback.
Yeah, I hear myself repeating, so I stopped talking. I was like, okay.
Well, I need to get Fred to wear earbuds. He's the way.
Okay.
Got it?
Sorry, my battery's getting low.
Okay.
I'm going to log back in. My battery's low. Sorry about that.
Okay, when you come back, have headphones or earbuds in so that we don't hear the feedback.
I will go get some headphones. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm going to log out right now, and I'll be back on.
Okay. Sounds good.
You know, that was the first thing that happened to me when I was on an ed camp. I didn't have my earbuds in, and that was a learning curve for me as well with the echoing. But when I heard myself repeating, I realized that someone didn't have their earbuds in. Anyway, I apologize. I just felt it was best to stop talking and wait for the
That's
pause.
fine.
And so, anyway, the new T-shirts arrived the last week of school. The students in the art club collectively voted to start with our very first month's artwork, and then we're going to do a slideshow and kind of do a running art slideshow. We thought we could do 12 based off of Keith Haring and 12 based off of our myth and legends that we did a workshop at the Dayton Art Institute, and kind of combine that just to see what it would work and look like in the beginning, and that's where I've got stopped. I don't have the slideshow. I have my pictures. I don't know collectively how to put them in so that they run the slideshow in the system.
Okay, I can help you with that. What are
Okay.
you using to make the slideshow?
That was the next thing. We had daiquiri set up, and then I don't know what I was doing, but I couldn't do it. I didn't seem to do it right. And I had my Erasmus account. I went into there and I started it, and then I thought, okay, I know we talked about Erasmus not being the very best choice, so I kind of stopped. Hi.
Hi.
So I'm telling you right now, I was hoping Adam would be on tonight because Lisa had everybody update their accounts with passwords and resets because
Right.
they did the updates. So because it's summer, and I just got the kids to agree upon what we wanted on the last week of school, I was hoping to work with all of you this summer to get that all in place. And we're going to do a monthly change if I can get this all sorted out, where the kids have their new slideshow from their art that they've created each month at our meetings. Or even if it's a community service project, if we can link our community service projects as a trigger. Well, I mean, the shirt would trigger our community project is what I'm saying. Those are the two bugs I'm trying to work with. And if I can get that worked out, I know I could set my pictures into Adam, and that would work easier than maybe trying to do the other.
Okay. My suggestion, and it's
Okay.
probably going to save you a lot of time and frustration.
I'm frustrated.
Do you have Microsoft Office? Like, do you have PowerPoint?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yes.
Make your slides in PowerPoint.
Okay.
Export it as a movie.
Okay.
And then give that file to Adam. And then every month when you update it, just give him the new file.
Okay.
And if you need help exporting it as a movie, just let me know.
Okay. But it gives you that choice, doesn't it, Katie?
Yeah, it's one of the choices, yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, that's why I said this is going to save you a lot of time and frustration.
Okay. So just do it as a PowerPoint, export it as a movie, use Microsoft, and I should have everything in place.
And every time you get a new file, just tell them to replace it.
Awesome. Because the kids were excited about that. We were brainstorming until we drove ourselves crazy as ideas of what we could put on it. And then, I shared with them your business card, and they saw it activated, and then they could see where you had plugged all, like, it's almost like you got widgets on your card.
Yeah, that's what they are.
Okay. And I said, these are things that we can grow and learn to do with Katie Wilson. I said, Katie is someone I talk to on a Sunday evening, and I told him and explained that I was participating in Google Hangouts with you, and that there's lots of things that I was learning along the way that I wanted to help them better understand. So by me learning with you, I was going to bring it back to the classroom, and they're fired up. That is a real good, and they've already had the experience with the daiquiri 4 elements, and they've already done the color, and they've done the color and quiver. Took over, and quiver. Boy, did they have some nice ones now. I mean, they have newer ones that were exciting. Right. The science cell, and then just links with different things. That was what I thought intriguing, because it's more educational instead of just
something fun to play with.
Yes. And even though it was fun to play with, I always had it structured in a way where I was aligning it with my art standards, and then making it more about using technology. And then now it's the way that led the way to exploring and doing our own.
Awesome.
So it's all good. It's just taken me forever. Our school system it took me 8 days to pack my classroom because we're moving to the new building.
Right.
And Katie, that was an undertaking like no other. It was so I just kind of laid off of being involved with the group because I had too many obligations closing up the end of the year, as well as the frustration of not getting our shirts till the last week.
Well, I'm glad you got your shirts, and I'm glad the project is moving forward.
Yes.
I can't wait to see the stuff activated.
I know. You and me both. So hopefully I can get this thing lined up and reactivate my account with Lisa through all of that. And I was really excited that Adam was a participant in our hangout because I gained access of knowing he cared enough to help us all. And
Yes.
then very much. So then it was just trying to play around with some of the other, and then I feel guilty for talking of trying and not using different companies' products. I don't know how beneficial that is or negative
Jane
that
can
is.
tell us all about using different companies. I can't wait. She made a shirt too.
Okay, so I'm ready to listen and get in the mode of someone else sharing.
Well, thank you for sharing, Natalie, and I can't wait to see it completed and working. So, Jean, how did the fair go?
Oh, the fair was amazing. It really, really was.
Is that the shirt you augmented?
Actually, I didn't get to do the school logo part, but I'm going to do that with the kids probably the rest of this week.
Okay.
But I did put the heart cam one on the front, and everyone was blown away by that.
That is awesome.
They were all so excited. The kids were all going up and scanning each other's shirts, and they were showing other kids how to do it, and it was just so great. I brought 6 iPads with me, and this was at the American Museum of Natural History in New York City.
Awesome.
So I had 6 iPads with me, and I had 8 kids, and there were 5 adults. And the kids wanted to check out the museum and also check out the STEM fair, so we kept like rotating the groups, and they always wanted to do the scanning, like show the people their work and show the people the different apps, and it was really neat. The kids, I just couldn't believe how well they explained things too. I was very surprised. I was like, okay, how much of this are they really taking in, and how much do they really know? Because remember, my kids are special needs, but they were showing everybody how to scan and which app goes where, and it was pretty amazing. It was nice.
That's awesome. And did you do your name tags too?
We did the name tags, and their Simple Machine stuff in 4 different apps. We used Erasma, we used Daiquiri, Flipbar, and we used That. And we compared how it worked across the different creator apps, as it were. I know there's a couple of more, but those go more into like the 3D and are a little more heavy duty, so I stuck with the easier 4 out of the 6. And they really, I couldn't believe it. They came up with a rubric to rate the apps, and then they gave them a relative score based, like, comparing each other, like who's best on what quality. Like, for example,
that is awesome. Can you put that in the group? Can you share that?
I probably cannot right this second though, because I'm on my iPad.
Oh no, when you get time, that would be awesome to see that.
Yeah. That scored really high on creativity, I think it was, and because of their 360-degree environments and their 3D, and but in other ways, because it was based on what the students were able to do, unfortunately, that was kind of limited, because the students really can't do much in that other than the pieces of work. But as Adam said last time, he's hoping to have a student community. That would be great.
Yes, and a lot of things I do believe, I can't really share, but will be coming out of the Augvat, and I think you'll be surprised what comes out. They are working on a lot of stuff. I do have a comment for you, Jean, from Peggy. She is watching. She is very impressed with what you've done, inspiring, and her kids sound like they did an amazing job at the museum. So, way to go, Jean.
Thank you very much, Peggy.
With Let's Talk AR, we do have other like Twitter chats that want to pair up in the future. So we'll do like a tweet chat type thing. We will have people asking questions through Twitter eventually, and we'll be kind of running 2 chats at once. Hopefully that will be happening before summer's out. I get more people involved in our chats and asking questions. And Natalie, you're showing up twice.
You've got a clone.
Can you hear us, Natalie?
And she seems to be frozen on both.
Yeah, she does.
And I'm getting calls.
I'm not calling you.
Let's see.
Okay, we do have viewers. I know Peggy is watching, and I do believe it's Michelle. If you have questions, at the top of the video as a Q&A, if you click on that, then you can type your question, and I will see those. And hopefully Natalie will get unfrozen. Do you have any questions, Fred or Patsy?
No, can you hear me?
I see 3 of you.
3 of Patsy?
No, sorry, I see 3 of Natalie.
Oh,
Yeah.
there are 3 of Natalie.
Yeah.
Oh, this is weird. Oh, I hear you. Go ahead, Patsy. Hopefully Natalie will.
I probably have a lot of questions because this is my first time joining you, so I'm not familiar with anything you're saying. So I'm just sitting here, lurking and listening and
Better my photo.
trying to figure out what you're talking about.
Okay, you said that you do professional development.
I do. I'm a retired educator.
And you do some augmented reality. So what exactly have you shown?
Actually, I've just been doing explorations because my seminars every day are with different people. I'm not in the classroom anymore. I retired several years ago. And so I have different people each day. And actually, very few, if any, even know what augmented reality is. So I kind of do an exploration. I have a lot of targets set out, and I have lots of different apps, and they go around and find out what augmented reality is all about.
That is the best way to introduce it, is let them play with it. I do quite a bit of that when I go to conferences. I do a lot of workshops, and I will set up stations and let people explore and learn about augmented reality.
Right.
It's now getting to the point I want people to start creating their own.
Right.
But yeah, you got to play with it first. You got to see the wow factor before you can go further. Fred posted a question. I saw it. How is the school logo used with augmented reality? Jean, you're doing the logo.
Yes.
How are you going to use it?
Well, my school is called the Mickey Mantle School. And on our t-shirt, we have our school logo. Now, I've scanned the picture, and I have a picture of the logo. What I'm going to do is probably through Daiquiri, because I tend to use that as kind of like a testing ground, as I think you said that you do as well sometimes, Katie. I'll probably go into Daiquiri, and I'll attach to the logo a picture of Mickey Mantle, a picture of the STEM Fair team, because that's the t-shirt that it's on. Probably a little video that gives a title of where we were or what we did, with the typography app Legend that I told you guys about, and maybe like some kind of little like flash along the bottom that says, you know, at P811M we love STEM or something like that, you know, because that's, you know, our call numbers for our school. So, but that's what we're thinking of doing. What else are we going to do? I don't know. But that's where we're starting from.
Are you sending the aura up to Daiquiri so that it's universal? Or are you keeping it on your own? Are you keeping it local?
With Daiquiri, it is universal. There is no channel to follow. It's not local on a device. It has to be a unique image. You can't use something that's already been used. It won't let you. So if they have two triggers that are exactly the same, it's first come, first serve. So you have to have a unique image. Usually a school logo or a work logo is unique enough that those work. A lot of triggers are pictures because pictures have a lot of detail, and those type of apps need a lot of contrast, a lot of lines to make them scannable. If it's something that's just like a square, it won't work. It needs to have some detail, some artwork or some doodling or something to make it unique, so that it scans, and every time you scan it, you get whatever you put as the augmented element.
Okay, I just haven't tried. I've used Daiquiri, but only as the demonstration. I haven't tried to create. That's my objective for the next 2 weeks. So
it's a fairly simple procedure. You basically have all the items that you want to put on it and their files, and you upload it, and then you position it on top of the trigger. And then it needs to process it and make sure that it's readable and scannable and that it's recognizable by the software. And then once that's on, all that you have to worry about is scanning that target. And if you can get a decent scan, you'll get your augmented materials that you put up.
Do they come in one after another, or are they positioned somewhere?
Well, with Daiquiri, you could do it as layers if you like. It's kind of like a notebook kind of format. What I tend to do is I tend to put like 3 or 4 items just on top of the trigger. But I know you can get a lot more complex than that.
You mean literally on top of the trigger by just setting them down on the trigger?
Yes, it's like a drag and drop kind of thing.
Okay, okay.
There's different creators. There's Layar, and if Doug was here, he loves Layar. He could explain it inside and out with his eyes closed. There's Blipar, which bought out Layar, or works with Layar. I'm not sure the partnership, but they are partnered somehow. And there's an education group to them. There's Erasma, and I recommend not using Erasma, because if you don't follow the channel correctly, you could get something that you didn't want or didn't intend to get. And then there's Daiquiri, and then Augmented. With Daiquiri, Jean explained you build it yourself on your computer, and then once it goes live, whoever scans that image, you'll get that those AR elements. With Augmented, you send them the files, and they're building a teacher community so that all the teachers that are sending stuff in, they can share amongst themselves. Right now I have a whole bunch of triggers in the community that you can go use, like for math. I have like the Oklahoma City bombing memorial in there. Just all sorts of things, 3D objects. So Augmented approves the content and the triggers, and they will work with you if you need help with the triggers. If it's not scanning well, they'll help you build a better trigger, and then they put it up on their stuff. You do have to have a Teach Connect account to get access to those triggers in the community.
Okay.
And I could send you to the right person if he was online. I could point him out, but he's not online. He's very, very busy.
But that's a good thing.
That's a good thing. That's a really good thing. I thought I would share a couple of things that I've come across, and if you guys have questions, just holler. So I'll do a screen share. So give me 1 second.
Oh, Katie, I wanted to mention that your model that you have, your kind of Sam R-ish model for augmented reality use by people and students.
Yes.
I kind of featured that in a booklet on my table, and a lot of the other like tech liaison kind of people were like, "Wow, this is cool."
Oh, thank you.
So, and I showed off a lot of Adam's Target because they had really good reception at the museum.
Awesome. Okay.
Is there a place that other people have shared, like that logo or any?
The only company that is building a place where you can share and other teachers can get access to is Augvat. Dockery doesn't do that. Erasmus doesn't do that. Which is why I like them, because I like to create, and I always have teachers ask me if I would make them something, and that if I'm going to make it for somebody, I would like to share it with other people so that they have access to it as well. So I was really happy when Adam contacted me and told me about his community he was wanting to build, and so I kind of hopped on board and started filling it up.
So
Okay.
Adam is with Augvat.
Adam is with Augvat, and it's augvat.com.
Okay.
Augthat, and I could show that on the screen in just a minute. I came across.
I love this article.
Yeah, this article, Boeing, is saying that because of augmented reality, they can make workers better and faster. And they did a little test. Scroll down the screen, where they had 3 groups. One group had PDF files. One group had, I forget. Had something, and then the third group had the AR. Oh, PDF on a desktop, PDF on a tablet, and then the third group had AR instructions displayed on a tablet.
That were animated.
The AR tablet group were 30% faster and 90% more accurate on their first tries than the other groups, and I thought that was just awesome. That just proves how much augmented reality needs to be embedded in education, because it does enhance learning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I will show you the Augvat website. If my computer, here it goes. Hey, this is the Augvat, and they've been rebuilding and it's just awesome how they're doing their content and where they're going. So if you go up to, maybe my screen is bigger. You'll see it says Teach Connect. If you don't have an account, you go to register, and if you want a free account, you tell them that Katie Ann sent you. And then they'll hook you up, and once you get registered, you'll get a login. Let me go ahead and log in. I can type. Okay, and once you're in, you'll see the community, and it'll give you a little snippet of what the trigger is. And most of them at the moment are mine, and I do apologize. Well, not really, but
no, don't apologize.
Katie,
once you find one that you like, and this is one of my favorite ones, the fraction butterfly. You click on read more, and then you'll have access to the trigger, and you can download it. When you scan this, you're going to get an example of how to work the fraction butterfly. So this is one of my favorite ones. And then there's tons in here. But you do have to have an account to access them and download them. You can, if I tweet them out, you can see the little snippet that has been written about it in the title, but you can't see the picture until you log in.
Oh, that's...
So that's been I'm actually really happy with that. That's a new feature because then I can start sharing things that I've made, and then you can go in and find the ones that they like.
It
But
needs
there's
a little bit more easily searchable.
yes.
Because right now you have to kind of scroll through everything to find one.
Right, and they're working on that. They're working on a lot of stuff.
I know. It's a very up and growing kind of place.
There is a search bar up here, and you can click on, say, fractions. And it should give you everything, fractions. And Peggy wants me to enlarge my screen so she can see it. So Peggy, I will enlarge my screen just for you. Can you see it now, Peggy? But up here at the top, and I did that in it.
I don't think it went bigger. There you go.
That's good.
It's good. You can search. There's a little magnifying glass, and then I did a search on fractions because I knew I'd had quite a few in there, and it pulls up everything tagged fractions, and I don't know why the 360 greenhouse came in. It's not a fraction. But if you did any others, it would pop up too. So, I know they're trying to get more and more teacher-created ones in here. I know they're working hard, and this is all new. They just updated, I think it was last week, and everybody had to go and redo their accounts, and it was kind of a mess.
Yeah, mine came in on June 2nd to reactivate my account. I just was going back and double checking everything, trying to make sure, because I was thinking to have that ready because of Adam being on the show tonight, maybe, or the Hangout. I call it the show, but I meant the Hangout.
Well, I keep looking. I don't see him online. Usually, if he can't get in, he sends me a message to give him a link. Fred does have a question. Does Augmented offer free teacher accounts? Yes, they do, Fred. And you just have to tell them that I sent you. As far as I know, if people are following me and they say Katie Ann or Diary of a Techie Chick or however you want to refer to me, sent you, they will give you a free account to the teacher community so they have access to what I've made.
Right.
Okay. Then I have, go ahead.
Katie Ann, regarding like the other parts of their site, like the worksheets and the grade level stuff, how does all that stuff work?
They kind of is a little different. It's a different portal that you go into. They'll give you the link to it. And once you get the portal link and your username and password for that, you can go in and see the content that they have. And then you can go purchase. It's purchased separately. So like first grade math is one shopping cart. First grade language arts is another, all the way down to 8th grade. And right now they have language arts and math. And then they have the 360 degree shopping cart, and then they have the 3D model shopping cart. Today they just started our launch for kindergarten, and some of the stuff that I've made for the kindergarten is on the other side. It's not in the teacher community. It is on the that side.
One.
Yeah, so when you go in there, you'll now see kindergarten, first grade, second grade, and the animated lessons. And you'll notice when you open up the Augmented app, it'll give you the choices. And if you go to animated lessons, then you'll see the different grade levels. And I think they're working on changing that too, so that won't be A lot of changes are coming, is all I can say. And they'll be good. They'll be really good changes. So Augnet did hire me to make some kindergarten curriculum, and it will be on that side.
That's good.
I can't wait
Katie?
to start showing. I can show you one of them.
Okay.
Let me see.
I was going to ask that, Katie. Can you show us?
Okay. Let me stop that one. It's a different screen. Okay. I'm doing, that would be the color words, number words, the sight words, and then
Yes.
simple words like ball, boy, girl. My first part is creating flashcards. And these are interactive augmented flashcards. You'll notice the word is on one side and there's a picture on the other side. You cut them apart. So when you scan the word side, it's going to give you an animated lesson that I've made. And when you scan the picture side, you're going to get a 3D object. So it'll go, which goes with the flashcard, 3D object. So this one will be the word green in green letters.
Can you leave it up for a bit so we could give it a try?
Oh, it's not. This one's not live.
Okay.
Oh.
We're like, I'll get my device.
No, this one's not live. I thought he was cute. I know Heidi likes to watch, and she is the swamp frogs. So I thought I would show my frog off that I drew.
That's cute.
Pretty
Then
well.
when you put them together, you scan it again, you're going to get an audio file. It automatically plays, and it's of my daughter asking me a question, and then she spells the word.
Oh,
So yeah, when you hear the little voice, it'll be my daughter's little voice.
Aw.
that's sweet.
It's a family affair. I can show you one that's live.
Oh, now that I just put it away again.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, give me a second. I have to go in. I'm on my son's computer, so I don't have my files on here, but everything's in the cloud and I can go grab it.
I'm ready.
Hang on.
So we'd go to the Star app and we'd have start that lesson, and then what different
Animated.
animated.
Okay.
I have to go get the picture off the cloud, so give me a moment.
Okay. But we're going into kindergarten, right, Katie?
Right, kindergarten. And there will be a preschool, too. I'm starting with kindergarten. Then I can
Okay.
kind of adjust it.
That's good.
Okay.
Their little powered by Mateo logo is new. Is that how you say that, Mateo?
It is Mateo. That is new, and I'm not for sure what's going on with that. So I was hoping Adam would be on so I could ask him. But I do have him on speed dial, so I can call him later, I guess. Okay, ready? This one
Ready.
is live. And hopefully it's working. I tested it earlier.
B-A-L-L, ball.
Oh, why you got ball? It's supposed to be apple. Who got ball?
I did it first. I got ball first, but Apple is on, and I'm trying to. It's trying to do something.
Well, they are just putting them in today, so they may not be perfect just yet. And I'm the only one with the triggers.
Can you spell apple?
Oh,
I can. A-P-P.
Mine's not working.
now I got it to say, and your little daughter, I could hear her spell apple on mine.
Yeah, I heard it. I heard somebody's playing.
Yeah, it worked on mine.
Did
But that-
did you get who got the ball video?
I
H.
I got another one that popped up.
Okay, this is a work in progress, so it's not quite perfect just yet.
Well, still, it's pretty cool.
Is
thank
the
you.
name of the app that you're supposed to use Aug-that?
No.
If you download it from the Apple Store, you have to type in Supreme Tutoring Augmented Reality. It spells out star. If you download it from the Google Play
No.
Store, it's Aug-that.
All right, Supreme what?
Supreme
I was going to
Tutoring.
say, it looks.
I can
I was
pull
gonna
it up.
say-
Hang on.
It's
getting
not working on mine at all.
Augmented Reality?
Yeah, hang on just a second.
I found it. Supreme Tutoring
did?
Augmented Reality. Well,
Yes.
that's
That's it.
a crazy name for
It's long. I was
It's
like, why did
long.
they? Yeah.
And it doesn't associate with Aug-that at all.
Well, his tutoring business is called Supreme Tutoring, and they started the augmented reality in there. So I think that's where the name came from.
Hmm.
Is
I
this
think
primarily a elementary site?
This app for right now is elementary for the content that they've made, K through 8. I know that they're going to be adding more content. It's just that's what they have so far. But on the Teach Connect side, where the teachers are making it, we have all sorts of levels.
So there's another side, Teach Connect.
Yes, that's the teacher community. So it's kind of in two parts. You have the triggers that Augmet's made, and then you have the teacher community where the teachers, and it will be students as well, adding to it to share augmented triggers and lessons and activities.
Okay. And you said if we say you sent us, it's a free registration?
For the Teach Connect, yes.
Okay. But not for the other side?
No. The other side is where they have to make a little money to keep it going.
And what is the other side called?
It's still Aug-that. It's just that's their.
Like worksheets and other
Yeah,
stuff.
they have worksheets, animated lessons, 3D models, tons of 360-degree environments.
I'm not familiar with it at all. So
Did you download the app? I'll show you a trick. I'll show you a trigger. Did you?
The app's
sorry.
downloading.
I was downloading. Okay, give me just a moment, and I will pull up that trigger, or one of them.
Are you doing the 360, Katie?
Yes, I am.
Okay. They're great.
Oh, you know what? I have one in the Teach Connect site. I'll do that.
Yeah, you have your backyard, and you also have the memorial.
The memorials is not a well, I did do a 360 on it. It's just not live in the Teach Connect. I mean, it's live, but the picture's not there.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I have all those pictures. Let me just download it. But you won't see it in the Teach Connect just yet. I'm making a digital poster for those. So it's taking me just a little bit to get it all together. Between that and kindergarten and kids, and I had a busy summer.
Yeah.
If you give me just
summer school.
a moment. Hi, Doug.
Howdy.
Hi, Dad.
Oh.
Okay. Doesn't she have a cute little voice?
Yes, she does.
Okay. Is it downloaded, Patsy?
Almost. It's just about closed.
Okay. This trigger that I made is a 360-degree trigger. When you scan it, you can take your iPad away and move your iPad all over the room, and you'll be in the environment. And this is in the middle of the Oklahoma City bombing memorial where the chairs are.
Okay, it's open now.
Okay, so you'll click Start Lesson.
Well, I'm still on.
Architecture.
So start lesson.
Start Lesson, and then you're going to go to Teach Connect.
Wrong one.
Is that the trigger?
I haven't. Oh, I have the trigger. I haven't shown it yet.
Oh, well,
When
there
it-
was a circle. Oh, and all right, now I have some choices. Go to Teach Connect.
Teach Connect. And then you'll scan this picture.
It's not all on the screen. Is that okay? Needs. There's a toolbar on the top part of it.
Let's see if I can hide it.
Katie, do we pick architecture?
You're going to go to Teach Connect.
But
you go Start Lesson, Teach Connect, and then you scan.
Architecture or environment?
No. Go out, go back.
Okay.
This is in Teach Connect.
I must Teach Connect. And if nothing's happening.
You have to hold, it takes it just a moment, but you have to hold it up and make sure you don't have any glare. It doesn't like glare.
I don't think any triggers like anything likes glare.
Did you get it, Natalie?
I did. It's awesome.
I've got just the chair on the green grass.
Is it on your iPad?
No, it was on my iPhone. Let me get out my iPhone.
Are you on your iPhone?
Yeah.
I got it.
I see. Yeah, once you get an image on your device, take it away from the picture and move it around, and you'll see the environment.
Well, it caused my iPhone to restart.
I didn't like.
Yeah, it totally crashed mine. I had to do crash recovery.
Yeah, that's it. See, it's totally a black screen.
That is weird.
Yeah.
That is weird. Mine's working great.
It crashed my phone and it crashed my other iPad.
Oh. All right. So the name of the app.
And now it seems like it's stuck.
There it is.
Because I have like part of a blue bar down on the bottom that shows that it's scanning. And then it ends up in the corner in Mateo, and that's it.
Huh. Try closing the app and doing it again.
I did.
Is the name of it
back to that the ST Start Lesson screen?
Start
and
Lesson.
And then I hit Start Lesson, and it brings me back to the X in the bar.
Okay, do you see the arrow in the corner?
There's no arrow in the corner either.
I have an arrow. Do we press the arrow?
Only if you need to go back out. Okay. So you click Start Lesson, Teach Connect.
Yes.
Okay, now hold it over the picture.
I did, and it made the picture full screen.
On your device?
Yes.
Okay, now take your device away from the computer and just start moving it around, and you'll notice it moves too.
Oh, I see.
Now keep turning it. Like go
and look at it.
Yeah. Turn it. Keep turning. Keep turning around. Keep going. All the way around.
Yeah, go behind you and look up and look down.
And you can even go up and see the sky and the tree line and down low and
I didn't get my feet.
Yeah.
And so this is the memorial, right?
This is Oklahoma City Bombing Memorial, yes.
Oh, that's beautiful. I haven't been to Oklahoma City since that was built. Very beautiful.
I made a night one, but it didn't turn out, so I guess I have to go back.
So is this, when you did 360, did you just take a panorama view of it?
It's a certain app you have to use, and it takes a little while to create it, and then you send them the file that app makes, and that will turn it into a 360-degree environment.
Very neat.
So what do you take the picture with then?
That is a private conversation. Right, Jean?
Yes. she'll have to do like a sidebar with you at a later time.
Yeah, we'll have to or do a call or a chat privately,
Okay.
and I can walk you through that.
That's good. I'm ready. Whenever.
Okay. But that's one of them. I'm making a digital poster, and it'll have these triggers on it. So when they scan the different images on the poster, you're going to get different things from the memorial.
Right. Oh, cool.
And then I'll have the trigger image that when you scan it, it will take you to the poster. And that will be the image that goes into the Teach Connect for people to see. This one is the behind-the-scenes picture for the poster. That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got the mean. I'll leave it up there just for a minute or two more. I just restarted.
Okay.
I've got to go get my power cord. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Nope, it went from the main page to the half screen again, like the half bar
Uh-huh.
with the X and the Mateo in the corner. It's like it's stuck.
That's just weird.
I think maybe I overworked it at the STEM fair today.
You might have. It wants to go to sleep.
Like, leave me alone.
And it crashed both your phone and your other iPad?
Yes.
Awesome. But not awesome. I mean, just that's amazing that it did that.
Yeah. I think it collects a lot of data from them. Like, I think it's a very power-hungry kind of thing.
Yes, it
Any of
is.
the AR apps are. Because they're constantly getting, like, GPS and tracking data and stuff.
Right. And I'm sure Augbat will not be very far behind that. Can I take it down now?
Yes, you may.
Okay.
Jean, did you get yours to work?
Nope.
Oh,
Oh,
well, it
well.
is beautiful, Katie, and that was nice that you were able to share that tonight.
Thank you. That was very interesting.
I remember seeing that first time with the ocean with Adam online,
Uh-huh.
and I was just blown away. But now I do want them to go back in the ocean and get more where there's fish in there.
Yes.
It
Or
was
a
not
scuba
enough.
guy or something. I will tell you, there's a lot of movement when you're doing a 360. It looks really weird because you get phantom hands and legs, or people with no legs in the shot. It's just weird. I've tried. I went to the zoo and I thought I would get one of the giraffes, and I got the giraffes, and then the people kept trying to walk in front of me when I was doing it. So I have like a person with no legs, and then somebody's legs and no body, and it was crazy. Okay, I got one more thing to share before we say goodnight.
Okay.
And I'll do a screen share so that you can see it.
Do we need our device?
Nope.
Okay.
I was asked a question if I could create, and I have Remind anyways, if I could create text reminders for when we do Let's Talk AR. In our community is a poll. If you would like to receive text reminders for Let's Talk AR Hangouts, you can say yes or no. If it has a lot of votes for yes, then I'll go ahead and create those. I can schedule those like I do the Hangouts, and then it will automatically send to you to remind you. My phone reminds me when I do these because I'm the one that schedules them, but some people may not have the Google Calendar or may not have turned on the text to your phone to get reminders. And if you don't mind receiving a text to be reminded, feel free to say yes or say no. Okay, let's see. We do have a question.
Are these Hangouts every Wednesday?
They're every Wednesday. We were on Sundays, and we moved them to Wednesdays because Sundays was getting a little crazy, and I couldn't get home in time. But every Wednesday about 8 Eastern Time or 7 Central Time. We have those. When I record them, so then if people miss them, they can go and watch them.
Where are the recordings?
The recordings I post in the community. We have in the community over here on the side, it'll say Let's Talk AR recordings, and all of the ones that we have are there. And it's the newest ones on top, and you can watch those.
It's also on the YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, it's also on my YouTube channel. Diary of a Tech, or is it Diary of a Techie Chick? Or it's my name. They go hand in hand. I don't ever remember which one I sign things up with. We do have a question from Fred. He wants to know, how have you found AR most effectively used in your different classrooms? Good question, Fred.
Thank you.
So, Jean, Natalie?
I know that I use it as a technology connection just to enjoy inviting the students to, after they're finished with their project, to color and engage with activating their coloring pages. And then it links to doing a writing if they choose to write about their picture after they activate it. Watching their coloring page come alive when I introduced Color, which is now Quiver, and Quiver has changed and added a lot of new material, or new, I should say, pages, and where that was how I introduced my students in art to AR. I also then branched out and got the Daiquiri Elements 4D, and that was also another art connect that I did, two-dimensional, where they cut out the paper shape, created the cube, activated it, and then we did the science link right in the art room. I didn't feel like I was chomping on the science teacher. I thought it was an enhancement of crossing over the curriculum and building a little bit of an engagement where they could go back to the science class and share that they discovered new elements, and that's how I linked it so far. And Color Alive is a new one by Crayola, and I think, you know, it's got a little bit of a, there's some trouble with the way the specialty crayons activate, but I do love their Crayola pictures, the 4 coloring books that they came out with. They're really intriguing. I like, so that's what I've done so far.
They've come out with a couple more pages. I think they have the Minions.
That would be fun.
Yeah, I have to download them before I go to the conference next week, so I'll have those on hand. But yeah, they're coming out with a couple more that you can download.
This is Color Alive you're talking about?
Yes, Color Alive.
By Crayola.
Mm-hmm.
And Daiquiri is their company that's...
The augmented it, yeah.
Right, the augmented company that's working with Crayola. And I love that, though. I know when we were here in Indiana in the sub-zero weather, I played with those. And again, I don't know if I got an alert from Crayola about that, or I found that with the two guys in an iPad.
iPads, yeah.
Yeah, with Drew. And so, yeah. So anyway, I know that's kind of a fun one. I hope to see that Minion one, Katie, because that will be a good one. My kids would love that.
I would love that. Okay, Jean, I forgot the question.
How has she been using it?
How have you found AR most effectively used in your classroom, sorry.
Well, it can change a boring writing assignment into something that's more fanciful and creative and gets them talking about things that maybe they wouldn't normally talk about. I see it as kind of like just an engagement factor and something that just sparks their creativity more. And
you also mentioned your special education students being really engaged with the lesson and able to relay the information that they had learned about it. And that's the one thing my students are able to communicate with the administrators, with other teachers, what it is that they did in class, and can do step-by-step instructions for someone else to repeat it. That, to me, is powerful.
Yeah. That's very...
Go ahead, Jean.
I use it as kind of a spin-off to whatever the Common Core is that the homeroom teacher is covering, because I'm the tech teacher. And I have like my own standards and my own curriculum, but I try to back up the homeroom teacher. So
That's
the
nice.
homeroom teacher usually has to do like the ELA, the math, the science, the social studies, because they're self-contained classes. So I do what I can to back her up, but I also try to put a technology spin on it to make it more engaging and a little more exciting for them, a little bit more fun. You know, bring out the iPads, bring out the tablets. Let's see what we could do. And it seems to be working, so.
That's awesome. I love that. I've used AR as a writing assignment and learned to rewrite. I do the coloring pages as well with 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, and it just takes their writing to a whole new level. I mean, you give them a topic to write about, you might get 3 sentences out of them if you're lucky. You have them color and talk about their story and then write about it, and then after they've done that, I let them scan it. I have to see their first draft first, then I let them scan it, and then they have to go back and do a revision and add what they found out happened. My kids have gotten really smart and decided that by looking at the drawings, they can tell which app it is, because I cut it off because I don't want them scanning ahead of time. So now that we have to do a pledge before we start writing, saying we will not play with the iPad before my first draft. They think it's hilarious. I said, well, you remember you pledged, so you can't play. I'm watching you. But yeah, they sneak it anyways. And then they do a revision, and then they have other people read it. And they're really excited because they want other people to read what they wrote. Before, just with a topic sentence, and I teach a lot of typing because I am the tech teacher, and we do a lot of keyboarding. So we do a lot of writing. And they type up their stories, and we apply it that way. So it enhances the learning, and they love the 360 environments. When I brought those out and had the kids do writing assignments, they had to compare different environments. It was amazing. They were walking around the room, and they were showing each other their iPads, and then they were talking about which one did you pick, and then they had to develop a story and compare about them. I got longer stories. And the writing improved. So that's how I've seen it help in my classroom. Okay, well, we are actually over time, but it's been so great talking to everybody. We will be back next week if my flight doesn't get delayed. I'm flying into Tampa next Wednesday, and hopefully, if everything goes well, I will be live on the air from poolside, hopefully. Might have a drink with an umbrella in it.
That would be okay.
So, and I will be presenting at a tech conference there in Tampa on seeing a different kind of reality, which is augmented, of course. Everything's augmented. So hopefully, if my flight and everything goes according to plan and I get into the hotel before we start, I will see you. If anybody wants to volunteer to do the recording for, oh wait, and Adam shows up as soon as we're going to hang up.
I know, I was going to say, why are you like, it's nice to see you, Dan.
Dan!
Dan.
Oh, I'm sorry, Adam. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, Adam.
How are you? Sorry, I got stuck in a meeting and it was crazy. I apologize. I wish I got here earlier.
We talked a lot about all that.
You did?
Yes, and we activated some things, and we've been on your site. We've shared your site. Katie's been doing a good job.
You guys are the best. I'm telling you, Gene, loving you. You're the best.
Adam, this is Patsy, and we have Fred on too. And I was telling them about the teacher community and that you would love to give them a nice account so that they can try it out.
Hi, Adam. I am Patsy, and I live
Hi,
in
Pat.
Houston, and I do a lot of professional development, so I can really talk about your site. I'm a retired
Plug.
teacher.
Shameless plug.
Yeah, look at that. I love it. Patsy, you're more than welcome to a free Teach Connect license without it. You know, I told Katie and that in the very beginning that anybody who joins the group and becomes an active member and supports Katie and I will give a active license of Teach Connect without a problem.
So how does this all work? How do I notify you?
Well, I can, if you want, once we're done here, I can actually send you the information, or you can, you know, FaceTime me right after, and I can give you that information as well.
Okay, that's great.
Does anybody have questions
I hope
for
you
Adam
do.
before we hang up?
Got that
The
question in
website's
quickly.
looking good, Adam.
What's that?
The new website's looking good.
Oh, you like it?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, we've been working pretty hard on getting that back up and running correctly, and changed a few things. But thank you so much for the compliment. I appreciate it.
I like it even though it crashed things on me tonight.
Did it really?
Yes.
Yes.
It
Yes,
crashed
it did.
my phone and my iPad.
It
And
crashed.
my iPhone.
Really?
It worked fine for me, Adam.
It works fine for me.
And it seems to be kind of like stuck mid-scan on my iPad now.
The website you're talking about.
No, the app.
The app.
The app crashed on your, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting, because I was just doing a demo for a district just before, and it was okay.
It just made my iPhone restart, but then it worked fine.
Yeah, mine is still not working.
What do you have an iPhone, Gene?
No, I have an Android. It crashed my Android, but that could also be that I'm like running out of juice for it because it's kind of low number-wise.
Right. You remember, like with all augmented reality, no matter what the app is, it does have to be it does take a lot of
Yeah.
use. Yeah. So if it's anything below 15%, it's not going to really work too well.
Yeah, I was like at 25 and it crashed it, so I just left it off. But my iPad, now it's kind of like stuck on the screen where you scan, but I can't see anything other than like
It got
the
stuck in.
background. And it's got like the loading bar on the bottom, and it's like a little bit blue, but not a lot. And it says Mateo in the corner, and I've got an X up in the left-hand corner, but I've got no arrow to get out.
Okay, so you know what? Maybe you just need to, because we did some updates to the app on the platform of what we're doing. So maybe you just need to restart it. Just exit.
I tried that too. It's still stuck. I think I probably have to uninstall and install again, I bet.
Yeah, you might, but I know that our updates just went in, so maybe that's why.
Oh.
I don't know. That's interesting because I did do a demo just before with an Android and an iPad, and it was totally fine.
Oh well.
I don't know. Technology, as great as it is, we still have our little faux pas, I guess, here and there.
There's still some snafus. Always.
There are. No, that's going to be no matter what, and we just work through it. And
Yeah, never a dull moment.
absolutely.
It offers an opportunity to solve a problem.
Excellent. Like that.
I get too many of those.
We're supposed to be helping kids be problem solvers.
Mm-hmm. That was one thing with some of the coloring pages where the students realized that they, even though it warned them what, not to color too dark, some of the students that failed to follow the instructions, then they had that aha moment when it didn't trigger. or
Yep, or if they
activate.
go over the lines really bad, it won't trigger.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a dead horse. So it was interesting for them to solve their problem when they bring it up and say something like, it's not working. And I was like, look at your coloring.
Did you read the direction?
Did you read it? And then it was like, oh! So it works. Sometimes it is just that. And solving a problem is something, being with all of you and talking AR helps me to work through a lot of things. And Adam tonight, Katie Ann gave me a step-by-step how-to of linking with Augmented to make sure my files would come into you like they should. And so I will be connecting real soon. This week. Hopefully by next Wednesday my shirts will be triggered and we'll be going.
Awesome. I look forward to that. That's awesome. You know, we've been really, really busy, kind of overwhelming busy. So it's good. And I still love to get into these chat rooms and be able to talk to people. And I think you guys are going to be like kind of surprised and shocked over the next couple of weeks, which is a good thing. So, you know,
I showed them my Apple flashcard, and my daughter's voice popped out. They thought that was kind of cool.
I think it's very exciting what Katie Ann's doing with the augmented reality, and it's just the stepping stone, and it's pretty cool. It's awesome because it ties like that real connection to kids. Kids hearing kids makes it even more important, you know, to a certain degree.
Yes, it is.
But I can't wait to see the shirt.
Yeah, thank you.
That's what I said.
Because that project you've been working so hard on.
You know what? It has been forever, and I'm sorry that I'm so pokey, but just getting the shirt. We got the shirts the last week of school. It has been nutty, and I didn't get, like Katie had made some suggestions that the company didn't make, and that's okay. We got our shirts, and they look okay, and the kids were happy with them. And the kids made their voted selection of first month, last month art projects and slideshow when it triggers. And those files is what I'm going to upload to you in a PowerPoint.
Awesome.
As a video.
Oh, I'm sorry, as a video, but I'm going to put it together as a PowerPoint. And then, yeah, I wrote that. Export as a movie.
It's going to be awesome, I'm sure. You know, and it's going to be a really cool experience. I can guarantee that.
I'm excited for my kids, and knowing that they're ready for the next step. They've done the coloring activities. I've encouraged them to do the writing like you, Katie Ann, and I did get way better writings because of them. You know, and I let mine activate them because I did. I let mine activate them, and then that was one of the lead-ins to their writing. I didn't make them do the writing before they triggered. Maybe I should have done
I was
that.
teaching rewriting skill or revisions,
Okay.
so that's the reason I wouldn't let them activate them.
Yeah. Tough love. Yeah, but it's good.
Okay, well, we are definitely over time. This actually makes up from last week, when it's been a really good Gene show. You will not see that video.
Video actually exists?
It does, and it's hidden.
It's hidden.
Uh-oh.
Because I can't delete it.
Hey, I'm going to go digging for it now.
Oh, no. We're all going to be on a hunt.
But this made up for last week, and it's a really great chat. I really enjoy connecting with you all. And like I said, next week I will be in Tampa. Hopefully I'll be broadcasting. So if anybody wants to volunteer to do the broadcasting part and I just kind of join in, I would love that. You can message me and I'll walk you through that. If not, if I'm late, if my flight's delayed, or if I can't get to the hotel in time, I will apologize ahead of time if it doesn't happen. But I planned it right, but you never know with airports if I'm going to get there in time. And hopefully they have a really nice pool, and I'll just sit beside it and show you guys that I'm, on vacation without my kids and talking augmented reality.
That'll be great.
By a pool.
Not for us, Gene, right? We still 2 more weeks.
Oh, you guys are still teaching?
Yes. So is Doug.
We
That's
have
a lot. Yeah.
3 weeks. 3 more weeks.
Wow. Houston's out.
Yeah. That's shocker.
Well, I appreciate everybody joining in, and thank you for talking AR with me.
Thanks, Katie.
Good night.
Good night.
Adam, you can
Yeah.
FaceTime me at planclass@mac.com.
You know what? Just instant message me on here on Hangout, and that'll work as well as I believe.
Do you know how to do that, Patsy?
I'll
No.
do it. I got you. I'll call you in a couple of minutes, okay, Patsy?
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you,
No
Good night,
Katie.
you guys. See ya.
I look forward to joining you again.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Good night.
Good night.